What if the last thing you saw wasn't a distant horizon, but your own spacesuit collapsing around you? On Venus, your survival time is just a 5-second reality check. From Mars's airless deserts to Neptune's supersonic storms, the solar system doesn't just want to beat you, it wants to reshape you, it wants to turn you into diamonds, ice, or dust. New space breakthroughs keep coming, and space keeps surprising us. It's messier, stranger, and more intense than we ever imagined. Welcome to the ultimate cosmic stress test. The candidate, our brave volunteer, is already in the airlock. Don't look so nervous, candidate. It'll be quick, probably. First stop, Venus, Earth's evil twin. If Earth is the responsible sibling, Venus is the one who sets the house on fire just to see it burn. Beautiful from orbit? Sure, but once you land, you've got about 5 seconds of life left. The longest 5 seconds of your existence. The atmosphere here is so thick, it behaves more like a fluid than a gas. Standing on the surface feels like being 3,000 feet deep in Earth's ocean. We're talking 92 times the pressure you're feeling right now. That's 9.2 million pascals of pure absolute squeeze. Candidate, how's the suit holding up? Oh, wait. It took exactly 1 millisecond for your titanium gear to look like crumpled tinfoil. You're trapped in an imploding metal coffin with no exit strategy. In the next 2 seconds, your entire skeleton collapses. The weight forces your soft tissues into a dense, non-functional mass. Your blood vessels rupture instantly. But Venus isn't finished. It's a planetary-scale kiln. Thanks to a runaway greenhouse effect, the surface hits a staggering 869 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to melt lead. Even if your suit held up, your internal fluids would boil in minutes. Cardiac arrest? Guaranteed. Looking for a place to hide? There's a glass ceiling in the Venusian mantle about 600 kilometers deep. This rigid layer traps heat rising from the core, keeping the surface a permanent furnace. However, we did find a potential subway system recently. Scientists discovered massive underground lava tubes near the Nix Mons volcano, some a kilometer wide. Hey candidate, want to check out the cave? Bad idea. These tubes function like subterranean ovens, trapping that 869 degrees Fahrenheit heat in a rocky tomb. Venus scores a 1 out of 10 for survival. Definitely not recommended. And don't forget the super rotational winds. These gusts move 60 times faster than the planet's own rotation. If the pressure doesn't get you, the 223 miles per hour winds will shred your lander before you even touch the ground. Next stop, Mercury, the closest planet to the sun. Mercury has a chilling secret. With no atmosphere to trap heat, it's a world of impossible mood swings. If you land on the night side, you're stepping into a cryogenic nightmare of minus 292 degrees. Candidate, stop shivering. You're making the camera shake. Actually, shivering is the least of his problems. Numbness is just the appetizer for hypothermia. As your core temperature hits 95 degrees Fahrenheit, your mind enters a state of profound confusion. By 90 degrees Fahrenheit, your muscles turn stiff and everything slows down. You aren't dead yet, but you're basically a human popsicle. It takes about 60 minutes for the cold to finish the job. Slow, quiet, lethal, but step into the sunlight. Welcome to the radiation bath. On Mercury's day side, temperatures soar to a blistering 800 degrees Fahrenheit. But here's the twist. The heat isn't the first thing that kills you, it's the solar wind. Mercury's magnetic field is 2,000 times weaker than Earth's. This planet is constantly bombarded by high-energy particles. You're being blasted by ionized plasma with electrons raining down to create X-ray auroras. It's a deadly display of radiation that shreds your DNA in milliseconds. Within 5 minutes, your suit's cooling system fails and hyperthermia sets in. Your body temperature spikes to 109 degrees Fahrenheit, triggering delirium and total organ failure. You'd be unconscious and irradiated before the heat could even melt your boots. Ready for the red planet? Mars feels promising. We're planning to build cities here, but Mars is a master of deception. It sits just outside the habitable zone with an atmosphere as thin as paper. You have to keep your suit on because if you don't, things get boily real fast. The real threat is the pressure, only 0.6% of Earth. This is well below the Armstrong limit. That's the point where the boiling point of water drops to the temperature of your own body. If your suit breaches, you won't just suffocate, you'll experience ebullition. The moisture in your lungs, your tears, and the saliva on your tongue will literally vaporize. Candidate is looking a little puffy, but while he tries to keep his blood inside his veins, I have a question for you. Which of these planetary deaths sounds the most terrifying so far? Drop your answer in the comments. I read every single one, and if you want to survive the next mission, hit that subscribe button now. It's the only suit that actually works in this neighborhood. Back to Mars, Candidate, you're swelling like a marshmallow in a microwave. Gas bubbles are forming under your skin and consciousness vanishes in 15 seconds. Death follows in about 90 seconds from total cardiovascular collapse. The irony? You're dying on the most interesting ground in the galaxy. The Perseverance rover recently found leopard spots in a rock nicknamed Sapphire Canyon. These spots contain minerals that, on Earth, are often created by microbes. You'd be falling onto a potential cradle of ancient life while your blood literally boils. And watch out for the dust. Data from SuperCam captured the crackle and pop of static electricity in Martian dust devils. These mini lightning bolts trigger chemical reactions that create toxic perchlorates. If the boiling blood doesn't get you, the electrified toxic dust will. Mars gets a 6 out of 10 for drama, but a 0 for survival. Now, let's go big. Jupiter, the king. Twice as massive as all other planets combined. But Jupiter has no surface to stand on. If you fell in, you'd just keep falling until you were a human pancake. In the upper layers, things seem calm, but drop 31 miles down and you hit the wall. Winds scream at 224 miles per hour, followed by massive lightning bolts. Jovian lightning jerks and jolts in steps hundreds of meters long. A single bolt could power a small city. If your capsule is hit, your systems fail instantly. You're now trapped in a powerless, leaking box in a dark, high-pressure abyss. And if Jupiter is intense, look at its moon, Io. In early 2025, the Juno spacecraft recorded the most powerful volcanic event ever seen. An eruption larger than Earth's Lake Superior, releasing 80 trillion watts of energy. That's 6 times the power of every power plant on Earth combined. Jupiter's gravity relentlessly squeezes Io, melting its interior. If the planet doesn't crush you, the moon's volcanic torment will. Jupiter rates a 5 out of 10. Next up, Saturn. Majestic? Yes. Dangerous? Absolutely. Its rings are a high-speed debris field of ice and rock, zooming at 43,500 miles per hour. Your ship gets shredded before you even hit the atmosphere. We used to think these rings were babies, but new studies suggest they might be 4.5 billion years old. If you make it through the rings, you face 1,100 miles per hour winds and liquid metal hydrogen. But Saturn's moons offer a different ending. On Enceladus, we found phosphorus, the backbone of DNA, and the most elusive element for life. You might find a habitable ocean there, but you're looking at a 12-mile thick ice crust between you and safety. Saturn gets an 8 out of 10 for the view. Now we enter the realm of the ice giants. Uranus is beautiful, stormy, and famously smelly. It smells like a cosmic egg salad sandwich because of high hydrogen sulfide levels. Candidate, hold your nose. Though you'd die of exposure long before you smelled it, Uranus is the coldest planet in the system, hitting minus 371 degrees Fahrenheit. The James Webb Telescope recently mapped its atmosphere in 3D, revealing strange magnetic forces. But the real showstopper? Diamond rain. Deep in the mantle, methane is torn apart by pressure and carbon crystallizes into diamonds. The human body is 18% carbon. If you fell deep enough, the pressure would rearrange your molecules into a crystalline structure. You'd be compressed into a human-sized diamond. Dead, but the most expensive corpse in the galaxy. Uranus gets a 10 out of 10 for that sparkling finale. Finally, we reach Neptune. It's Uranus's twin, but much more violent. Neptune has the fastest winds in the solar system, reaching 1,305 miles per hour. These supersonic vortices would throw your ship around like a toy. The real killer here is the G-force. In a supersonic vortex, the centrifugal force ramps up to 10 Gs or more. A 180-pound Explorer would effectively weigh 1,800 pounds. Your blood pools in your legs. Your brain is starved of oxygen. You'd lose consciousness in seconds. A phenomenon called G-lock. Sustained 10 Gs would cause your internal organs to sag and tear. Within 5 minutes, both you and your ship would simply disintegrate. Neptune is a violent 2 out of 10. Since everyone loves the underdog, let's look at Pluto. A dwarf planet on the frozen edge of the Kuiper Belt, but it's still active. On Pluto, it's minus 398 degrees. If your suit fails, frostbite sets in after 30 seconds. Your bodily fluids turn to ice within a minute. By the 2-minute mark, your core temperature drops below 86 degrees Fahrenheit and you lose consciousness. You become a permanent fixture of Pluto's nitrogen glaciers. Pluto gets a 7 out of 10 for a peaceful, icy end. The human body is an amazing machine, but it was built for a very specific home. When we step outside our earthly bubble, we meet a universe that treats us with total indifference. Whether you're crushed into a bottle on Venus or turned into a diamond on Uranus, the message is clear. Space is beautiful, but it is not our friend. Our survival depends on respecting the extreme physics of the final frontier. So, candidate, you still with us? He's looking a little pale. If you enjoyed watching the candidate endure the worst the galaxy has to offer, make sure to launch a strike on that like button. If you want to be part of the crew for our next deep space dive, subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss a mission. Where should we drop the candidate next? A black hole? A star? The airlock is always open. Stay curious, stay bold, and for your own sake, stay on Earth. See you in the next one.